Heartwarming story about Omaha, Nebraska today that Atrios over at the blog Eschaton I saw there, drew my attention, was quite interested in it. And for miles and miles in Omaha, and Omaha is sort of a spread out city with a lot of sort of suburban style houses. Apparently the houses there are a little more expensive than I thought. Local officials began dispatching crews to tear up the asphalt in neighborhoods and turn the streets back into dirt roads, because some of these roads were having potholes that were just simply too massive to maintain. No letter, no notice. We just came home on a Tuesday and our street was ground up, said Joe Sorodowski, a dentist who lives on 113th Street, where a dozen $400,000 and up houses now line a dirt path. Since there, it's been nothing short of a nightmare. Now, clearly, it seems to me that you got to give notice, or you should. But you go on to read about how Omaha apparently can't handle these roads. Omaha has about 440,000 people. There's 4,800 miles of roads. But unfortunately, there's not enough tax revenue to maintain them. And part of the problem is this. Decades ago, a number of developers sought permission to lay down asphalt roads rather than longer-lasting concrete. Now, if you know anything about asphalt and concrete, asphalt generally runs about 30% cheaper than concrete and has a lifespan of about, 20 years. And then you got to keep it upkeep, too. Cement, that could be for, forever. You'll get some cracks and whatnot. So there were several sections in the middle of the town where these developers wanted the right to just put down asphalt. And they didn't want to install curbs and gutters. The city agreed with the understanding that homeowners be responsible for the occasional repaving.
Hey, what happened?
Well, I'll tell you. Those substandard roads, those people who agreed to do it, the developers went away. The initial homeowners went away. And as the roads began to age and crumble, resentment intensified about a city government that maintains some neighborhoods while ignoring others. It's a matter of fairness, said Omaha Street Superintendent Austin Rouser. Some property owners paid for better streets, and a minority didn't. In other words, some people came in to their developments, got a discounted rate because their developer said, oh, we'll take care of the roads. The owners will have a homeowners association. And then, of course, you get this guy, Terry Hexam. Well, gee whiz, if I'm going to be on a gravel street, I don't think they should increase my taxes. Not realizing that they had already started lower than they should have been, and that's why you don't have quality roads. Signs went up denouncing Mayor Gene Stothert and other city officials. One businessman filed a lawsuit that sought to force the city to repave the road in front of his $1.8 million home. Dan Potowski, an assistant professor of regional planning at the University of Nebraska, said the dispute is also forcing residents to think about what they get from government. This is especially useful, he said, in a conservative state like Nebraska that's skeptical of government spending. Smaller government is better, but we still want our roads to function, he said. Indeed. But it's always where you draw the line, isn't it? It's an outrage that my $1.6 million home, which has increased in value and was probably significantly cheaper for me ultimately because we didn't pay the developer to do the proper road work in the first place. City cut a deal with them. Well, as a libertarian would tell us, you could just not go to that business anymore. I'm not buying my second or third home from that developer again without a clear indication as to whether or not I'm going to have a road. Just a sweet little story about that libertarian ideology. Let's go to the phones. Hello, you. I'm Sam Seder. Looking for smart progressive talk that is occasionally amusing? Well, subscribe to our YouTube feed. Subscribe to our podcast. Like us on Facebook. And just generally enjoy us.